The News 8 Highlight Zone starts now.
Good evening, I'm Greg Waverman.
And I'm Brian McClune.
We're going to ring in the new year with a matchup of MVC unbeaten.
A share of first place on the line tonight in Onalaska. The 2-0 Hilltoppers hosting 2-0 Sparta. These two combined for a record of 17-3 to start off the season. And early on, the Spartans defense setting the tone. Nice steal on the baseline here. Raymond Brown, then the toss to Jaden Raymer. Great sequence. Sparta up 2. That aggressive D going to come up big again. Sparta goes the other way. Nice bounce pass to Bryce Edwards. Sparta leads by 4, but the Hilltoppers are going to start to figure it out and then take off. Literally, Tyrell Studley with the two-hand slam. Anna on top. Then some good passing against the zone. Carson Arntz lines up for 3. Yes, sir. Hilltoppers end the first half on a 14-1 run. They lead by 8. And more from Arntz in the second half. He's going to go baseline, get to his spot, off the glass for 2. Anna up 10. Then number 1 made sure his team came out number 1 tonight. He gets to the bucket and the foul. Anna stays unbeaten in the MVC, 76-61.
I felt pretty good. I mean, I wasn't shooting too good from 3 right away, but I started to take it to the hoop and I got some and ones and free throws. We just got to play well as a team, play good defense, and just be very aggressive.
The other MVC boys game on tonight's schedule is Tomah hosting Holmen. We picked this one up midway through the first half as Holmen tries to extend their lead, and they do so with Rylan Wall hitting the 3. Vikings in front 24-10. Tomah, though, not quitting as they keep clawing away. Cade Genevico hits the 3. Tomah back within single digits. Holmen, though, with some tough defense as Sawyer Phillips gets the steal and takes it all the way to the basket. Holmen goes on to win this one in a close one, 54-50. Girls game between these two started off the night. Timberwolves off to a 3-0 start in MVC play. Early on, it's all Holmen. Haley Veliska hits the 3-pointer, gives the Vikings a comfortable 14-6 lead. Later on, Holmen extends their lead. Sydney Jar drives the lane as she puts it home, extends the Vikings lead to double digits. Tomah, though, not going away as Madison Lindauer comes up with the steal, and she takes it all the way. Holmen wins 46-34 with the Tomah loss. Aquinas moves into sole possession of first place in the MVC.
Okay, let's go to that city matchup as Logan is at home to take on Central. First half, Central's Heather Oppitz drive to the lane, gets the bucket and the foul. Raiders a 17-3 lead. Next possession, passing around the perimeter leads to Brittany Williams wide open for the baseline 3, and she's going to nail it. Logan trying to stay in it off the offensive board. Jenna Davis lays it in. Central go on to win this one 50-34. All right, the Spartan and Hilltopper girls also meet tonight on the hardwood. Early on, it's Onalaska on the fast break as Lauren Arntz finds Lexi Miller. She lays it in, giving the Hilltoppers the early lead. Later on, Sparta down by double digits as Lainey Shell with a nice pass over the defender, finding Callahan Zebel to cut into the Hilltopper lead. But the Hilltoppers would respond right away as Devin Schmeling hits the 3, extending the lead for the Hilltoppers. And Onalaska will go on to win 72-35.
How about some hockey tonight? Onalaska Co-op at home to take on Stoughton. No score. We're just over 9 minutes to play in the first period when Kaylee Manglitz finds Kaya Bronston for the open score. Just 2 minutes later, the pair connects again. This time, Manglitz makes the defender slip and finds the back of the net. Check out this stat line for Manglitz tonight. 5 goals as well as 4 assists. Onalaska, an 11-6 winner.
All right, Holmen hosting Westby and West Salem for a gymnastics triangular. Holmen on the bars. Junior Hannah Verholst caps it off for her team. A routine impresses the judges. Finishes with a score of 8.1. That's good for first among her teammates. Over to West Salem on the beam. Ella Kraus to finish it off for her team. She scores an 8.8. Good for first among the Panthers and helps West Salem finish with 32.75 points on the beam. West Salem takes tonight's triangular with a team score of 132.125.
Coming up, we have a couple of first-place conference battles, which includes a Cooley clash between GET and West Salem with a finish you won't want to miss. The Highlight Zone will be right back.
Welcome back to the News 8 Highlight Zone.
Well, it's looking like it could be a pretty crazy season in the Cooley. 4 boys basketball teams tied at the top of the standings right now with 1 loss. Tonight, 3-1 GET hosts 3-1 West Salem. First half action, GET Sawyer Schmidt with the nice crossover and an even better floater. That's good for 2 of his 19 on the night. Panthers are up 3. Redhawks would go on a run to close out the half. Schmidt gives it up to Grayton Byrne, who lays it in. GET up 2 at half. West Salem comes out hot in the second half. Malachi Athnos goes down the lane through contact, scores off the finger roll. Panthers up by 8. Athnos able to dish out assists as well. He finds Trenton Foreman. Nice pass down low. Gets the foul. West Salem still up 7. Redhawks storm back. Byrne drives the lane. He's fouled. Shot counts. His free throw ties it with 3 minutes to go. Now in the final minute, Redhawks are down 2. They kick it out to Ben Thompson. Ice in his veins. Three-pointer puts GET up 54-53 with just 4 seconds to go. And that would be the final. GET getting a big, big win.
The play was an elevator. We were supposed to close for our shooter Sawyer, but he wasn't open. So then I got up to the corner and kicked it to me, and I hit it. Off the release, it felt good all the way.
Also tonight in the Cooley, Westby defeats Viroqua 62-40. Luther beating Black River Falls 59-36. And Arcadia won a non-conference battle against Whitehall.
Let's go to Minnesota. La Crescent Hoka looking to get the taste out of their mouths from last night's loss. Tonight hosting Stewartville. Quick inbound from the Lancers. Zach Todd will find a Grant Nutter who's going to drive in and get the basket to reduce the deficit to 9. Later in the second half, Mitchell Dryden will find Luke Schwartzoff in the corner, who puts in a nice 3 from the baseline. La Crescent will lose 76-57. All right, big Ridge and Valley meeting as 5-0. DeSoto hosts 4-1 North Crawford. Early on, Trojans Quentin Lathrop receives the pass, drains the 3. North Crawford leads 3-2. A few possessions later, DeSoto's Isaiah Zink cuts to the hoop, and he's going to lay it in. Pirates up 6-3. Later on, Zink passes down the court to Brock Venner, and Venner drains the triple. Pirates lead by 3. And the Pirates' Caden Petritti sees Venner open again, and he must be the hot man tonight because he's going to hit another one to extend the lead. Zink hits a total of 19 points. DeSoto goes on to win 65-37. All right, Boston boys looking to improve to 3-0 in conference in their game against Westfield early in the first half. Boston pushing the tempo as Isaac Saylor finds Cade Hall for the easy layup. Boston up 23-16. Second half, Golden Eagles get the steal on defense, and Cade Hall takes it all the way to the rim, plus the foul. Boston extends their lead to 10. More explosive offense from Boston as Kyron Fitzgerald uses the nifty move to get by the defenders. Boston goes on to win this one 63-36.
Necedah girls are in first place in the Scenic Bluffs. They host Cashton, who is just 1 game back of them. Pick things up in the second half. Cashton's Olivia Hemmersbach gets the layup off the pick and roll. Eagles are up 25-16. Later, Eagles pushing the tempo off a turnover as Adeline Hyatt finds teammate Allison Brownwell for a quick transition. Eagles up by 7. Necedah will not go down without a fight. Kyra Saylor puts up the tough jump shot. Lady Cardinals back within 5. This game would need extra time as Cashton comes back to tie it up off the bank shot by Hannah Horick. Necedah be able to hold off Cashton to win this one. Check it out in double overtime. It's Necedah 45, Cashton 42. Still more ahead on the News 8 Highlight Zone as it was a busy night of local college hoops. Stops at Winona State and Viterbo are coming up next.
Welcome back to the News 8 Highlight Zone.
The Viterbo men's basketball team with an opportunity to make a big statement early on in conference play. V-Hawks host a Mayville State team receiving votes in the latest national rankings. Viterbo leading most of this one. Jason Tichy gets it back from Jake Schrodenthal for the give-and-go easy bucket. Comets hanging around those. Creighton Foe hits the 3 at the top of the key as they're within 8, but Viterbo takes care of the ball down the stretch as Trevor Ellard uses the entire shot clock, finishes with the layup. Viterbo gets the win tonight. Final score is 79-63. Lady V-Hawks and Comets enter their meeting, both sitting at the 500 mark this season. We pick it up late first quarter. Comets' Nicole Bunting drives to the rim, lays it for 2. Comets with a 15-6 lead. Not long after, Viterbo's Madison Dorr receives the pass, puts up the 3 and uses the backboard. V-Hawks cut the lead to 6, but the Comets would hold on to their lead and win a close one by a final score of 77-69.
Winona State women hosting an MSU Moorhead squad that sits atop the NSIC North standings at a perfect 6-0. Early in the first half, Winona's Allie Pickrain will find the lane, through the middle. She will get the lead to extend the lead to 3. Good ball movement here by the Warriors. Sydney Lodermeyer will get the ball, finds Taylor Hustad, who goes up strong and gets the basket. They trail by 4. Second half action. Winona State's Kayla Schaefer will keep control, loses her balance and kicks it out to Rachel Novotny, who puts it in from the top of the arc. Moorhead outscores WSU 20-6 in the final quarter. They win 64-51. Winona State men hoping that turning the calendar to 2019 means better things, having dropped 5 of their past 6. Early in the first half, Caleb Wagner will find Kavion Taylor, who will get the down low and put it in for 2. That'll tie it up. Shortly later, the Warriors will pass it to Luke Martins, who drives it in and gets the layup. Winona down by 4. Then in transition, Devin Whitelow will get it to Wagner, who makes a quick bucket. However, Winona State will drop this one 68-65.
Welcome back to the News 8 Highlight Zone. Time to see who is our first play of the night in the year 2019.
Back to the Omni Center as Kaylee Manglitz has 5 goals to go with 4 assists on the night. She had a hand in 9 of the team's 11 goals on the night. I'd say that's pretty
Some would be satisfied with those numbers for their season.
Exactly.
We are out of time. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you back here again next Friday for another edition of the News 8 Highlight Zone.